been here for several
Do you
years. I
still
don't
have
remember
your
why I
photo
gave
album?
it back.
I have,
Remember?
yeah, I think I took it more than
Oh,
put it on.
well,
He gave
I
me
did-
put it in a better album.
I took
but
it
yes, I
back
have everything,
because
yeah. But,
it wasn't put
Because that
together.
had some really good pictures. in
Yeah,
it.
no,
It
I
wasn't
got
put
all-
together
yeah,
very
I got all
well.
that. Yeah,
And I
spent
had
a
hoped
lot of
to in
time putting
yeah,
time
no, I
albums
appreciate it,
together.
yeah.
put together better.
Yeah, I'll take it back. We'll figure
And
it out
I may
tomorrow.
or may not have done a very good job of
We'll
that.
get it undone. We'll find it tomorrow.
So what I think what I had done was to take the photo albums I had of my life with Mom, and I divided them into 3, and then I gave you one, Scott one, and I may have kept one.
Yeah, and then mine came back here.
But yours, actually none of them were put together the best.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
But we have a lot of photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
it
you-
took him a lot of time.
You
to
may
put
have more
those
photos
together.
than I have photos.
All right, well, I have quite a
Because you have
few.
Mom's photos,
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
okay?
Well, I have your wedding album. When you and Mom got married, I have that wedding album.
Okay,
And I don't have many, well, yeah, just like some of the photos you signed today.
yeah.
Yeah, and then, but, yeah, pretty much after you guys got divorced, I don't have any pictures of you guys together, but yeah, but yeah, I got a lot. And I'll take that nice Mount Rushmore. I would like to have that. I'll hang that up.
Yeah.
And if there's anything else, we'll go through here. And I really just would want things that you made with your hands. If you have anything that you,
Well, I have some bowls
all right, anything that
that you
Cindy does.
guys
all right.
are welcome to
All right,
share.
that you made, yeah, anything
Yeah.
you made, I would like to have, and we can pack it up good. You got bubble wrapping out there,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've got bowls in there.
But that's the most important things that you made, and your tools. I will put those to good use. And
Some things will go first to Nate and Bert.
yeah, all right. Well, if you want me to take anything out, we're gonna get the golf clubs out of the crawl space and
Yeah.
all your postcards. So, yeah.
You got a lot to do.
So we'll do it. It may take 2 hours.
I think I've
but-
got some pretty good bubble wrap.
Okay, all right. We found
In
some in a
there.
box. I don't know if you have a whole roll, but
Oh.
yeah, yeah. We just need to start getting the miscellaneous stuff off the walls and into boxes.
Yeah. Well, don't forget a lot of this stuff will stay with Cindy.
Yeah,
too.
well, that's right. So we need to make sure. And I took some like clamps, but otherwise we left all the small A's hanging out. Yeah.
Well, there's very little
Well,
of
she
any
needs a
value
ladder.
to me.
All right. Well, she needs a ladder, right? So we'll give her the ladder, and
If she gave me the ladder, she can keep the ladder.
there's some basics, yeah.
But she doesn't know one tool from the other.
I know, but these are basic
Yeah.
things that if someone comes over to fix things, if they say you have a screwdriver, you should be able to produce it at least. Yeah, that'd be good.
And see, we have a Harbor Freight now too.
Yeah, I know that's your favorite store, yeah. Yeah,
Well, it's easy to find some.
yeah,
Yeah, if you're doing something for a one-time
yeah,
use.
yeah.
It's a shame you guys don't have a Harbor.
Yeah,
We
if
do
we
in
do-
Peoria.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you gotta run all the way over there.
We can order online too.
yeah.
I've ordered stuff up through Harbor Freight, and it's a lot of times you don't even have to pay for shipping.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so they have so many deals out that you can order. I think a lot of stuff, if you order and it's over $100, you get free shipping.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so. But of course, they're not going to send out an anvil and free shipping. they'll charge you something for
Right.
it.
When
The
they-
heavier it is, I'm sure they'll
When they
charge
moved
something.
to Vegas, I came over to Vegas, and I ordered from them a chop saw.
Mhm.
So, I ordered a warranty. I think it was $11. So, I had trouble with the chop saw. A piece broke about 3 years later. So here I am holding my warranty. It took me 11 people
To finally get what you.
to finally get some attention.
Yeah.
So finally, I sent a, what they call, registered letter
Oh, okay.
to the president of the company. So he has his attorney or somebody called me on the phone. I said, I got all the names of all the people. I'm looking at it. Can't get satisfaction. He was pissed. Jeez. Are you kidding? He said, well, if you'll pack it up and ship it back. I said, you know it's like taking a chop saw and trying to wrap it. He said, okay, I'll issue a pickup. So he issues a pickup. Within 24 hours, I had a new one. Oh, with a new warranty. Geez, I had that thing, I must have had it for 7 years. Nothing's happened to it. I don't know why. I mean, wouldn't you think that Harbor Freight, after 7 years, would break?
Here, we found one of these. Is this the one you made for you or me?
Where did you find it?
This was in the cabinet in your office. But I don't think this is the one you made for me. I can take it.
No, because of these pictures,
Yeah, this was.
these will go to Nathan.
Yeah, this wasn't the one for me.
No, I got another one for
I
you.
don't know where that is.
I'll look tomorrow. Here's Byrne when he was Vietnam. You recognize these guys?
Yep.
Lou,
It is here.
Harry, Nate.
I want to look through that too. In case I
I'll
haven't
find-
seen any of those, I'll.
Yeah,
There's a wedding day.
yeah. You know what?
I think I remember that picture. That was taken in your house, I think, wasn't it?
If I can find it,
Yeah.
I'll give you this.
All right. Well, yeah, I can take both of them just for safekeeping. But these are going to be slides, bro.
Old Bob Hope.
Well, he lived to be 100.
Yeah. There's another album.
So this goes to Nate. Do you want me to ship this to Nate?
No, this go right to you.
All right, I can get it to Nate.
A little girlfriend of mine. Do you remember John Bernstein's wife, Nancy?
Yeah. Is her sister?
Is Nancy Bernstein's wife, sister. Boy, there's some old memories. This is Johnny Carson's first wife.
Oh. In your kitchen?
You ever see Johnny Carson's first wife?
No.
She is right there.
What was she doing in Bloomington?
She came to Bloomington to visit her sister, whose husband was on staff at ISU.
Here's Nate's.
So while she was there, we had a Friends of the Arts party, and she came to the party. And she was a bit, here's my father. Yeah, some of these will probably go to Nate. So while she was here at the party, I was single, and so we hooked up.
Oh, there you go.
And she's a very nice gal. So, saw her once, that was it. She was off and running to Hollywood.
She didn't remember you after she met the king of late nights?
Would she remember me?
No, I mean, she didn't remember you. After she met Johnny Carson, she didn't drop Johnny
No,
to
no,
go
she
back
was
to you?
married to John.
Oh, okay, but not at the time that you.
And then she got
yeah.
divorced.
Oh, okay,
from
I
him.
got you. And then you met her. Okay.
And then years later, I met her
Right.
in Bloomington.
Right. Okay.
She's related to this woman.
Yeah.
And then she stayed a couple of days.
This is when you lived in the apartment up on Riley
yeah.
and Bradley. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll be back in 4 weeks, and we can go through that office if you want.
Yeah.
The papers, and the slides, and photos.
I'll get rid of a lot of stuff. What I'm going to do is, what I wanted to do was first make the transition of that bed.
Yeah,
I
we'll
can't
do
get
that
out of
tomorrow.
bed. Get rid of all the stuff in the garage, so we'll go to
We'll have the bed
someone
put in
useful.
there.
And then I'm going to go through my closet, whittle this thing down. The toys are going, and
Do you think someone's going to take over the toy, or am I going to erase the Facebook page when you're?
I'll let you know. I'll know in a couple.
I'm not
of
going to do anything yet, but you'll.
I'm going to
okay.
have a meeting a week from Monday.
But you sent out that email. No one responded and expressed interest. I think you know what's going to happen. It's probably gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't care. I'm just saying. Okay, all right.
But we are working.
And maybe that's good. It was yours, and it lives with you, and it dies with you. So yeah.
The person who takes it over
Yeah.
has to have the same passion that
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, and that's not okay. All right. You don't think that's good? Okay.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. Maybe that's for the best.
That's what happens, you know. All this good stuff comes to an end.
Yeah.
I was telling Cindy, when I sold my sailboat,
Yeah.
I walked up the dock, walked away.
And your Mustang and.
When I threw my skis away,
Yeah.
took them to Salvation Army,
Yeah.
I walked up the trail, walked away.
Yeah.
I'm giving my lathe is going on a truck. I had fun with it. I got some bowls.
And I think you'd enjoy.
Well, Tim will teach me, and I probably will look into the woodworking
Yeah, are you a
classes.
turner, Tim?
Yeah, I started woodworking when I was back in 1979 when I was
Oh.
in high school.
A few
I think
weeks
he
ago.
would enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm glad to have
And then I
those
did metal
tools.
turning when I was in,
Okay.
used a metal turning lathe
Now,
in
do you have
college.
one of your
I
dad's
was in
bowls?
woodworking
Well,
here.
when you were in the other room, I said all I would want is
So-
things he made with his hands, and he said bowls.
How the hell I get into wood
So
turning?
what you don't want,
Oh.
we don't want to take anything
A
you
lot
want.
of people
so.
who were in
I'm gonna want to
woodworking,
keep some of
Yeah,
his
that's right.
bowls.
Yeah,
of
I'm
course,
not-
in wood turning.
I'm not
But
taking
you
it.
Because
can
we had a
certainly
room
have
full.
Yeah, even one or two.
Great lathes.
Yeah. Are they very fragile? They're
So-
clay, right? So.
No, hon.
They're
Yeah.
wood.
One summer I
Can you bring one in here because
decided,
I'm manning the
oh,
camera?
what the hell, I'll teach
Oh, I'm
myself.
sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
So I put an ad in
Or we can look tomorrow,
Craigslist
Cindy. But I would like. What? But believe me, you
And,
keep what you
um,
want.
for a lathe. I didn't go spend much money, because if I didn't like it, you can really get tied up in that stuff.
Oh, yes.
So a guy calls me from Williamson Valley. My name is so-and-so. He said, my boss has a lathe. So he said, okay. So I drove out to see it with a friend of mine who is a turner.
So whatever
Right
you. Yeah, but Cindy, I don't want to take anything
So we
you
go out
want.
there.
So.
So this guy in Williamson Valley,
Or I'll always have them, and you can have them back if you want. Yeah.
he has his own airport,
I mean, it's not like I'm not going to see you again. So.
own runway,
Okay.
Yeah, I've got
3 big houses
I've
built
got
on the
some
property.
ideas.
Okay.
I just-
But you don't need to get.
Cattle.
I don't have to leave
Attached
here
to
with.
some
Yeah,
of
I don't have to leave here with him Thursday.
So he says, you want that lathe over there? I don't know anything about lathes. So my buddy looked at it. He says, yeah, he says, we just picked it up from Chicago last week. We're not going to use it. So he says, you can have it. And he has some really garbage tools from Harbor Freight, you can imagine.
Yeah.
So we brought the lathe home, I stuck it in the garage, and this guy who lived just a mile down the road gave me some turning lessons. And then in the fall, the college hired a guy from Phoenix who was a production turner to teach turning. This guy could turn 50 salad bowls a day.
Jeez.
Yeah. So anyhow, I did as much teaching as I could myself during the summer. I really loved it. And then the fall I took his class, which wasn't worth much because how you can learn to turn from a guy that does 50 a day.
Yeah.
So anyhow, then in the fall, I took another class. I really like turning. And so I got wood from different places, oddball wood. And I turned up until this summer. Couldn't turn anymore, so okay, that's over. But turning is something magical. What is it about turning that's magic? I mean, you look at the clock, it's just 1 o'clock. The next time you look at it, it's 5 o'clock. What is it?
It's
You
just-
immerse yourself.
it's the art of creation. It's something from nothing, and
Is that what it is?
yeah, I think so. It's being satisfied with being able to do something so
Yeah.
simply, but it's
I had
very
bowls
eloquent.
blowing down the street.
Yeah, it's very
I
eloquent.
had bowls blown in half. I never found them.
Precision craftsmanship is almost like an art form of, like choreographed art. If you have the rhythm and it's almost a dance,
Yeah,
a lot of
it really
just like
is.
Scott in his photography. It's he's gotten to a point where he knows exactly how to position the light and position the subject, and it's there's a lot to it. Once you master something, it's very fascinating to see also how far you can push yourself and to actually see what you can't do.
Yeah.
It's
There was
almost
an
a challenge.
instructor at the Yavapai College who taught how to teach a bowl so thin the light would come through.
Right. Yeah.
So I went to his first class. I realized I didn't belong in there. But I'm sitting in his first class, and he's telling us, okay, I'm going to teach you how to make a bowl so thin the light's going to come through. He said, now the first thing we have to do is build partitions between the lathes. He didn't have partitions. So I guess he says, we're not going to turn anything till we get partitions. So some guy raises his hand. He says, why would you build partitions between your lathes? So this guy says, until we get the partitions, I can't tell you. But after I show you, you're going to know why. Okay? So he builds these partitions. I mean, you can't see the next person, right? Or they have a mask on. So he stands there and says, okay, now I'm going to show, this is second class, now I'm going to show you why we build partitions. Takes this honker piece of wood, puts it on the lathe. He takes it, when it was done, he says, we haven't started yet. So he takes this thing and he puts his spotlight on it, okay, zip, and that thing blew in probably 8 to 10 pieces throughout the room.
Yeah.
And everybody's just sitting there. Gee. He says, you're going to take wood and you're going to push it until you think that you're done. And then he said, you're gonna start. I was never so impressed in my life. I'll never forget that. So he takes this piece of wood, and then he starts turning until that light is just shimmering through. And we're,
Yeah, it's amazing to see that sort of.
but it is, I think turning, and if you want to stop, you stop, you come back another day.
He spent many an hour out there in the garage, turning his little heart out.
And I remember driving down the street and thinking, that's a funny looking something. And I get it way down and say, geez, that's the half of that bowl that blew out yesterday. Yeah.
Do you miss all that, or who cares, or what? I mean, you did that.
I miss it, but
and the
as I was telling
jewelry.
you this afternoon,
Yeah.
that the joy over the years to me has been in getting involved in something,
Yeah.
okay? I don't have to, I was never great at anything, but the fact is that I can see somebody turning a bowl on a lathe, I can see him turning it on clay, I can see what the guy is going through with his special tools on a lathe. I can relate to what this guy is thinking. Now, I don't have to do it, because I don't know how to do it well, but if I were to walk up to a guy who's turning on a lathe, I could understand, I have a mental mindset with him. Mental mindset. And that's all I ever look for in anything. I was never a great skier, but when I see a guy at a head wall,
Shoot.
I'm thinking, okay, he's looking at the slope. I'm gonna look at that slope. And we have the same mindset. Now he's gonna go like the wind. I'm just gonna enjoy watching him perform his art. Like that. I was telling Cindy, the only thing I didn't do during my lifetime, I always wanted to ride a motorcycle. Feel the wind go by. I never ride a motorcycle. But I didn't do it all.
Yeah.
I sailed, a lot of people didn't sail. Did a lot of stuff. Somebody else's turn.
Yeah.
Somebody else's turn.
What's Marshall?
No thanks.
One of the fun memories